All right, welcome to week two, the recap for week two in the last one left fantasy league. Man, you guys have me working overtime. Had to get some notes here. Last week I went straight off the dome, freestyle status, but this time we're going to try to be a little bit more organized. And don't forget about my favorite host, my only secondary host, Stormy. Say what's up, Stormy. All right, well said, well said. Okay, let's go ahead and get this thing started. Dumpster Fire 141 over Watermelon for Locos, 94, 99 points. Watermelon for Locos had a little bit of issues this week. The Brady bunch of interceptions, not touchdowns or yards, gave her just 12.8. She may need to start Cam Newton. I'm not a thought. So let's see how she does with that because Cam has been balling out of control. Hopkins, never Dropkins, gave her 20.8. Dobie Dobbins probably needs to get a sock or something for Mark Ingram so that he can finally be freed and take over that leading role. Because if he does, she's going to be tough to beat. But right now, he isn't, so he gave her 8.1. Mark Andrews must have been running routes outside of the hash marks because Lamar Jackson seemed to not throw him the ball very openly, frequently, or accurately. He had 3.9 points. Switching on over to Dumpster Fire. Dumpster Fire started. Hold on, is that right? I'm in these notes, Stormy? Please take a look at this. So Dumpster Fire started Joe Burrow. Stormy said, that's a bold move, Cotton. But he gave him 31 points for that. Mostert gave you must-start numbers before he went out with an injury with 21.7 points. It felt like the whole Niners team fell apart there. And then you got to watch the late-night show with Mr. Carson with Russell McMahon as Chris Carson gave you 19.8. Good all-around game, 141 points. Can't beat that. Let's jump right over to JK47, 185 points over Chalupa Batman, 134 points. Let's start with Chalupa Batman. Ryan, Maddie, Ice Cold, twice as nice, cold as ice, gave you 41 points. You can't beat that with a stick, except for, we all know what happened. OBJ gave you the old dirty dog bastard show up and gave you 20.4 on this one. We do have a flat tire alert. Maybe at the press on star because none of your running backs did anything for you. Barkley gave you 2 points before he was done for the rest of the season. And Chase must have ran away from his fantasy points with 3.3 points there. So not too much kicking on your running back side there. But it looks forward to you rebounding going forward. Now, let's go on and move to JK47. So Evans finally ran a whole route. And Tom Brady was able to hit him, and he gave you 24.4 points. Run CMC showed Barkley that he's still better than him before getting injured. At least Run CMC gave you 24.8 points before he exited stage left. Fournette told us what he's going to be about in Tampa Bay with a 30-point burger, getting it done for you there. And then the gift and the curse of Hurst. This week was a gift with 21.2 points there. And I thought I disabled defenses because your Tampa Bay defense gave you 20 points, which is why I tried to get rid of that. Well, maybe for next year. Let's move on to the matchup of the least in the matchup that I thought was going to be a beast, but did not turn out that way. Cowboys 139 over Godel's chosen few at 106 points there. Let's go ahead and break it down, starting with Godel's chosen few. Allen Robinson must be mad at the Bears because he removed his Twitter profile of the Bears, and he removed his gameplay and ability by giving me 6.3 points. Wentz is a total disaster at 12.8 points, but I know Cowboys usually are not his kryptonite, so I thought he would ball out against, me playing the Cowboys, but them playing the Rams, but didn't do well at all with 12.8 points. Terry McLaurin is just a beast. Scary Terry, F1, whatever you want to call him. Did go act a fool and running right past Patrick Peterson all day long with a 25.5 points. Sad thing about this game is that Jason's third highest score was his kicker. So take that as you will. Let's go ahead and talk about Cowboys Super Bowl or SB champions, which could be shit bowl or stupid bowl or not everything but the Super Bowl. The Cowboys, good old Jimmy with probably the steal of the draft, getting Aaron in the ninth round, gave him 26.1 points. Again, just straight value there. And digging the scene, digging on you, and digging on me. Baby, Stephon Diggs going off with 31 points. I wanted to trade for him early in the season, but I didn't pull the trigger. I wish I would have. And we now finally know that Mr. Smith was truly the one and not that sorry ass Neo. Fuck Neo, as John O. Smith gave him 25.2 points. And only concern I have for his team is you may want to check those girly knees. All right, let's move on to my team is a trash bag. I feel like when I say that, it's an insult to myself, but his gameplay this week was not bad. He gave up 150. He did 152 points. He did beat Saints are Sinners, who had 133 points. Let's start with Saints are Sinners. Let's just get this out of the way. Julio Jones stunk. 4.4 points. Looked like he's a little injured. Looked like he dropped a touchdown. But it doesn't matter much because he's passing the torch right on to Calvin Ridley, who I want to start calling CRTD because he got 29 points there, balling out right there. There's so many ways to speak and talk about a Chubb, especially when it's 26 points. And you can have that Chubb go to the left, to the right, straight up the middle if you want to. Nick Chubb balled out on Thursday night, gave him again 26.3 points. Let's switch on over to my team is a trash. Dak Prescott is gross. Dak Prescott is amazing. Dak Prescott just nasty with it. And his fan, just pay the man. And you know what the exact price you probably should pay him? 49.8. How about that? Because that's the kind of points he put up for my team is a trash bag. Waller, the wall crawler, gave him 28.3, balling out for the Las Vegas Raiders in that debut on Monday night, which kind of was off because the halftime show had like a song that's like almost 10 years old. So I don't know what that's about. You couldn't get Mariah. You couldn't get Britney Spears. It's the home opener here. You should have had a real bomb-ass act. But we'll leave that for another day. Only question I have is my team is trash. Like, what's up with starting Cleveland's defense? You thought Burrow was going to, be bad? You must not know the power of Burrow will compel you. Let's move on to the Waterboy, 210 points, beating Styling and Profiling, who had 157. Not a bad showing, but let's start with Styling and Profiling. Mahomes is still the Mahomie with 37 points there. Imagine this guy got 37 points, and the team only scored, I think, like 23 points in the KC game. So that's still crazy as that. DJ gave you more points than Amari Cooper. DJ Moore gave you 20 points. Cooper pretty much gave you some good output, but not great. Higbee, the T must stand for touchdowns because he had 3 of them. Count it, 1, 2, 3. Yes, 3 of them. Hold on, Stormy wants to say something. Come here, Stormy. Yes, he doesn't even know who Tyler Higbee is, but now if he don't know, now he knows. Let's switch on over to the Waterboy. Man, I've been saying for 3 years Russell Wilson's the best quarterback in the league, but maybe this year you guys will believe him because he's putting up fantasy football numbers, but he's also putting up numbers to be the MVP. Russell Wilson going and dropped a 50 burger on him. Come on, man, you can't do much with that. Sanders could choke all you want when you got a 23 points Johnson. So Emmanuel Sanders gave you pretty much nothing, but Dante Johnson gave you 23.2 points. Just coming out strong right there. Alvin and the 38-point Chipmunks can sing whatever song they want to sing as long as he's running you on to victory. I got to love Jones for Aaron Jones and his 49 points, and he just keeps scoring and doing his thing. I wanted Aaron Jones really badly too. So many points that the Waterboy had that we silently don't even realize that he had. James Robinson dropped 21 and I believe his flex position. He just, everybody's just putting up numbers here, there, everywhere. So just good win by the Waterboy. Next we got Off in Church, who scored 179 points because Off in Church will make it hurt. Going up against Waste Management, who scored the lowest output. I think she'll probably score all year. Let's just go ahead and jump right into it with Waste Management. She just take the starting receiver she had this week with Miller, 3.2 points. T.Y. Hilton with 5.8. Just take them and drop their asses off in the ocean somewhere because it ain't worth it. Oh, hold on. Stormy wants to say something. Yeah, I got it on the notes, man. Relax. I'm the headliner. You're the co-signer, so we're back. Stormy would like to mention take it easy on her because Michael Thomas is out and Kenny Galladay is out as well. So, yeah. When they get healthy and get better, he's saying that she'll be a threat and I should watch my mouth now. But you know what? I'll tell her this. At least Robbie Anderson can keep you warm at night. He gave you a nice cold 17.9 points. A little better than we thought there. Let's go ahead and switch on over to Off in Church. Off in Church, do you realize that Baltimore's defense for Off in Church scored more points than any individual player on Waste Management's team? That tells you what kind of matchup this was this week. White Cam Newton, Josh Allen put up 52 points, another 50 burger. Oof, it feels so good when you get that, right? If we could just flash back for a moment and remember when Frank Gore was a good fantasy football player, imagine that moment because he wasn't one this week, but it doesn't matter when Josh Allen can play running back and quarterback at the same time. Let's go ahead. She also has that KC barbecue duo of Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. Tyreek Hill gave her 24.8 points, and then Kelce gave her 24 points. They just grilling opponents left and right. All right, now let's go on to the main home stretch here. Next week's matchup. So right now, currently as it stands, there are 3 2-0 teams, the Waterboy, Dumpster Fire, and Cowboys Super Bowl champs. There are 3 0-2 teams, Godel's Chosen One, Waste Management, and Chalupa Batman. There are no undefeated matchups this week. Right now, currently, the division leaders are JK47 in the Champions Division at 1-1. The next division of the Coming for the Throne division, Cowboy Super Bowl champs, is 2-0. Leading that division, and then the third division, the loser division, it's Waterboy is 2-0, and he's only leading by points because another competitor is 2-0 in that one, which would be Dumpster Fire. So let's talk about next week matchups. So next week we do have a 2-2 undefeated matchup, Cowboy Super Bowl team versus Dumpster Fire. So that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. But then we also have the reverse. We have an 0-2 Godel's Chosen Few versus Waterboy, who's 2-0. Waterboy, don't let Godel do this to you, man. You should win this one and bring it home for your team. Let's talk about other matchups going on next week. We got My Team is Trash versus Chalupa Batman. We have JK47 versus Watermelon for Locos. We have Saints and Sinners versus Off in Church. I have donned this, the Falcons game. And then we have Styling and Profiling, versus Waste Management. Waste Management, you got to hold on at least one more week. Probably get Michael Thomas back, and then Galladay hopefully plays this week, so you have a chance. After that, I think that is all we have. So, just some general knowledge and information for everybody. One, I want to try to get everybody's dues in and put into my hands through various means, at least by week 5. Let's go week 5, because week 5 is the first week of division games. I think week 5 and 6... and I believe 7 are division games. Sorry, I think 5 and 6 are division games, and then the last 3 games of the season are division games as well. So that can change the standings very quickly for everybody. But let's try to get all the money in by the end, before the end of week 5. That way we can have that squared away. I can go ahead and make sure my championship cup holder is ready to go when we don a new champion or repeating champion. We'll see how that goes. Doesn't look too good for myself being 0-2. Sorry. For Jason being 0-2 as a returning champion. But all of that, we just make sure you get on your waiver wire. Make sure you put in your demands for the waiver wire. Get that whole thing completed so that we can get started and have a nice, beautiful, wonderful week 3. Godspeed and great luck to everybody. Stormy, you got any closing words for us? Wow. Stormy just wanted to let everybody know, let all the odds be forever in your favor. Shout out to that. All right, guys. Enjoy week 2 and then have an even better week 3.